let's get into another juicy feminine session, whatever. I would like to talk today about the divine feminine archetypes and how to embrace them. I made a lot of notes, so I probably will be looking at them a little bit. So what are the divine feminine archetype? So archetype in general is a combination of qualities, thoughts and behaviors that a person displays. We all have the feminine and masculine energy in us. We need them both. The key is to balance them and to use this energy when needed and not overuse the other one. It's never going to be 50-50, but the more we are aware of them, the better and what they do for us and help us, the better we can balance them. But today we talk about the feminine archetypes. So when a woman embodied the highest expression of these archetypes, basically, she can show up in her the healthy feminine expression. And what are these main archetypes? So there's a lot of information out there about the feminine archetype, and it's a little bit confusing. Some say there are 3 or 4 archetypes. Young psychology claim that there are at least 7, and there are some spiritual teachers that will point as many as 13. So let's first start with the 4 main feminine archetypes. And these are the maiden, the mother, the wild woman, and the crone. And the complete 11 archetype list are the maiden, the lover, the mother, the enchanters, the healer, the creatrix, the priestess, the queen, the warrior, the wild woman, and the wise woman. We're gonna focus today on the main 4. Maybe next time continue if you like. So the maiden or the virgin, as can be called sometimes, has an innocent, youthful, playful spirit. Some may say clueless as well sometimes, and a bit spineless, but that's anyway. She has passion and excitement for life. She's bursting with energy and ready to take on the world with both her arms. She is very optimistic and positive and a little bit unaware sometimes, and yet can be jaded by challenging life experience that only can come with age, because we see maiden usually in very, very young stage of their life. So yeah. And she's usually comfortable in her own skin and not afraid to show the world her heart. Very innocent. The maiden phase is usually experienced before a woman discover her purpose, her career ambitions, or enter marriage and motherhood. So in her shadow side, the maiden innocence and lack of wisdom can make her very vulnerable and leave her open to others taking advantage of her. We said innocent, no. She may become compliant or obedient to satisfy the need or please of other people pleaser. She is also in a risk of becoming very codependent in relationship and being drawn to risky situations. But again, we all go there. It's a stage we need to go before we start growing. How to embody, and just another side note, all these characters, these archetypes, are within us in any age, and we can let the world see them in different ways. Again, the idea not to be stuck. Like, if you've been through motherhood and growth or whatever, you don't want to stay the maiden for the. Unleash your creative energy. Focus on yourself. Make a plan or set a goal. Think outside the box. Explore your personal desires and be playful like a child. Okay, the second one, the lover. The lover archetype loves herself and others unconditionally. She desires to experience passionate connections and meaningful, intimate relationships. She's sensual, in touch with the little girl inside of her. She's open and joyful and invite you to touch her mind. That's a beautiful side of all of us that we need to remember. Anyway, she is vulnerable, playful, and free spirit. She loves connections with others, but she also appreciates engaging with the earth or with herself, with water. She loves like nature and swimming in the ocean, things that are very feminine, sensual. The lover is fully connected to her sensuality and sacred sexuality. She's mostly confident, passionate, and radiant, magnetic energy. She craves deep connections and intimacy with others, while at the same time she wants her freedom. Sounds familiar. The lover has an abundant mindset and a helpful outlook, which means she's a good manifester. She draws things into her life with ease. She's grounded and present in the moment, and her energy makes her many times the center of attention. In her shadow side, the lover becomes controlling, attract unnecessary drama into her world, and uses her feminine power, her sexuality, to manipulate others and get what she wants. She may also be vain and stuck in all the time comparing herself, which brings to lack of self-love, self-esteem, and have a distorted image of herself, her body. So, like you see, every archetype has the beautiful, the light side of it and the shadow side of it. Of course, we want to go through the light to embody the light and the beautiful elements of each archetype, but everything is within us. We just need to be aware. How to embody the lover archetype? Practice self-love? Yeah, it's your time. You're welcome here. Work on your confidence. Not an ego-driven one, but a true, grounded, quiet, confident. Indulge in self-pleasure. What makes you feel good? Heal. Work on your past and heal your wound, either with a therapist, with a guide, with whatever that can help you release traumas. Treat your body and how you show up as you feel good. And what I mean, like, wear clothes that makes you feel good, not clothes that are so uncomfortable and you just like not there, but something that makes you feel good in your body. Use meditation practice to help you be in the present moment. Get a treatment that allow you to practice the art of receiving. Okay, let's go to the third one, the mother. The divine mother archetype is tuned into her nurturing, caring, and compassionate side. Whether she has children or no, she has deep desire to protect, nourish, and take care of others and of her creation, and see them bloom. This can include like business or any other creative project. She is selfless and will often put other needs before her own. Just as Mother Earth nourishes everything in the planet and gives abundantly, the Mother shares similar gifts. She teaches us to trust, follow our natural rhythm, and discover balance in our life. Now, in her shadow side, the mother archetype can overgive, burn herself out to like, she's just deflated. I think a lot of mother can identify with that. She can neglect herself, therefore unable eventually to show up with the nourishing that she wants to show up. She can lose her identity as a woman when it's like the mother is taking control and she forgot the woman side in her. And she can also become controlling as a caretaker, you know, like of her children or whatever. How to embody the mother archetype? Again, we are talking about self-care here because you have to fill your cup to give to others. Cliche, but true. Don't be afraid to put your own needs first. Think about how can you become less codependent. Maybe it's feeling safe when it's uncertain. Connect to your cycle and the moon cycle. Spend time in nature and heal your own mother wounds. The last one that we talk about, the enchantress. She's sometimes also known as a mega archetype, and this phase takes place during the autumn phase of a woman's life. The enchantress enters a very different phase of her life if her children are now grown or left home, and this gives her a beautiful opportunity to discover who she was or who she is once again. She will likely have more time to explore hobbies and passionate again and put herself in her center of attention. She's mature, has a lot of wisdom and clarity to guide her on her journey. In other words, there's no more bullshit. She knows who she is. She knows what she's capable of, and she won't hide behind insecurities. She's also in a place of contribution to society, giving back and immersing herself in community. In her shadow side, she can lose the sense of self if the children has left the home and she lost herself before as a woman and only identified as a mother. That can be hard, and she feels empty maybe, and this may lead to withdraw from life and miss out on opportunities to rediscover herself. How to embody the enchanter's archetype? Explore old and new hobbies, interests and passions. Lean on friends or family that didn't get enough attention. Get the connections back. Enjoy the gift of the present moment, and you maybe don't need to take care of so much around you, but more of yourself. Integrate yourself into community.